Hi, I'm Vanessa. Welcome. So recently I went to an exhibition. I remember I told you about this last time, and I came across a book. Now, I'm someone who's always loved nature. I love being outside. I love the fresh air on my face. I love water, the ocean, seas, rivers, keys. I just love it. And I kind of grew up hiking and doing lots of outdoor activities. So I love nature. And recently I realized that I had become a bit landlocked. And by that, I mean a lot of my work had me city hopping. So really busy, really blessed and excited to be traveling to these different cities. Not everyone gets to do that. But I had realised that I was basically going from home city, visiting others, then back again. So it was like home, studio, out of town to another city, in an Airbnb or a B&B or hotel to a project site, then back, then on the motorway, then back home. So as exciting and full as life had been, it was keeping me very much landlocked. And I went to this exhibition and this book just caught my eye, and then I started to read it. And it was pointing out the fact that we need nature, that we are, and this is what I already know, but that we are intrinsically linked to nature. And it was really interesting. I'm still reading it. And once I finished it, which I'm not very good at this, I tend to read like so many books at once, but I'm going to try. And in fact, the fact that I want to review it for you will be an incentive for me to make sure I finish it. So once I finish it, I can give you, or at least a few chapters. See how I'm backtracking? Anyway, once I finish it, I will be able to give you a review. But basically, it's about the importance of nature and our connection to it. And I was going to say we are all God's creation. So of course, we are linked, obviously. But I think sometimes in the modern world, we don't realize that, or let's say developers don't realize that. And we always think it's about forward advancement and building at the expense of nature and producing overconsumption at the expense of nature. That is a segue. But one of the key points in the book that really has already resonated with me is the fact that like the younger generation, like young, like still in primary school, kind of like my nephew's age at this time, are kind of so disconnected from nature that one example she gave in the book actually was that her mom, I think, could list off all the different trees and different types of plants and different birds, like just as standard. And then she herself, the author, could list less, so she couldn't name as many as her mom. And this is someone with a vested interest in nature. So then she was, I think, looking at her children and thinking, well, what is the future for them if our knowledge and our connection with nature keeps diminishing? What is it going to be like for them and for their children? So it was really interesting just to where I got to already, but all that to say, queen of the segue, is that I was realizing just how landlocked I had become over these past few months. And I just desperately wanted to get out of the city, just to fresh air. So I was feeling wildly landlocked, and I just knew that I needed to get out to the expanse of nature. I have a membership to the national parks, and I was like, do I want to go to one of the parks? Somehow, no, I still didn't, because they're like built parks. They're beautiful. They have incredible gardens across acres and acres of land, but that isn't what I wanted. That would still make me feel a bit penned in. I wanted wild expanse of nature. So I headed to the coast. I headed to the coast to indulge in just that unconfined experience of nature when the sea is just going out and out and out until it meets the other seas and the ocean. I just wanted that kind of sense of openness freedom and, no hedges, walls or motorways. And I love to skate. I don't know if I've told you that before, but roller skating, I'm not going to go into that story now because that'll be a long story, but I will tell you about my journey with roller skating. But I just love to traverse either on a bike or roller skating. So I took my favourite outdoor skates and I've not skated for ages. I had injury, so I was like, oh my gosh, can I do this? Yes, I'm going to do this. So I packed my skates, I packed a tasty packed lunch, and I headed to the coast. I should also say that I kind of planned the day in my thoughts. I was like, what do I want to do? I know I want my expanse of unconfined nature. I want the sea. I want the sea. I want to be around the sea. And I knew I packed my skates. That's how I wanted to kind of experience and just traverse and get around and explore. I've got a bike, a folding bike, but I really wanted to be fully in my body with my skate, just activating so many muscles, so many parts of your body. That's what I really wanted. I think I wanted to get the tension of the busy months and the city to city. I just wanted to get it out of my body. And one way I know to do that is movement. Movement. So movement and nature was the aim of the day. And I didn't want to get there and regret not bringing my sketchbook and whatnot. So I bought my sketchbook, packed a few materials. I think I packed charcoal. I packed charcoal and paint stick, but not too many because I didn't want decision overload. So I just threw in some materials that I love, some that I've not used for a while, my skates, a great packed lunch, 2 flasks, and I headed out. My big takeaway from the day, I made so many beautiful discoveries. I started off further down the coast, but the vibe wasn't really what I was after. It was still quite busy. It's not on season, so it wasn't that touristy, but it wasn't what I wanted. I just wanted that uninterrupted peace, quiet nature. So I travelled further up and I kind of was drawn by the sculpture. I just kept driving along the coast until I saw a space I wanted to stop. And the space that drew me first of all was the art, the giant mirror ball sculpture. I was like, stopping here. Okay, so I thought I'd just check in quickly. What a lovely sound. I am exceptionally happy right now. So happy. I can see the sea, I can hear the seagulls, I can feel that Altweihen, that cold fresh air on my face. I've probably said that completely wrong. And and I'm on my skates and I've been sketching. Delightful, honestly. I'm really happy right now. So I pulled up along the strip here and I thought I'd get out as soon as I saw that sculpture, which you can see just there. What a weird way to do it. But yeah, that sculpture, I was like, ooh, I need to stop there. I definitely need to stop there and enjoy that. So I think I'm going to adventure a bit more down the strip. I'll probably skate down and see, and then drive down a bit further and skate some more, I reckon. So on with the adventure. But right now, my heart is full. I am so happy right now. One of my biggest takeaways from the day is it was a reminder that I really do love nature. I always have from being a child, it sounds very obvious, but I mean, it's a thing for me. I've always loved being in nature, like no matter what the weather, though obviously cold can get real cold, but no matter what the weather, it's a thing for me. It really is such a point of inspiration and recharging. And I think, and calm and peace, like it's just everything. And I think I let myself get out of the habit of tapping into what really inspires me. And nature is one of those things in a big way. So the biggest takeaway is that I need to make sure that no matter how busy things get, that I must lean in to my passion for nature, because it really is a big part of me. It's a big part of us all, and we all need it. But in terms of inspiration, what calms me, what recharges and energizes me, that was a big takeaway, that I need that in my life. And since then, I've been painting and letting myself be inspired by nature in my work. Yeah, and I cannot wait to share more of what I've been doing with you and more of that inspiration as well. So yeah, I'm so glad I made that trip. I was really nervous actually packing, and I don't know why. Maybe I was just so tired and tense, like from all of the different work and all of the different challenges that I'd been overcoming in my project commission, project lead, work life, that kind of side of creativity, that I built up all this like tension and tiredness in my body. And I just needed to get it out. And yeah, I think I was like, oh my gosh, can I do this? Should I do this? Shouldn't I be working? All those things. But I'm glad I did. It was awesome, and hold me to it, because I need to make sure that I do it more. If you've got to this part of the video podcast, shall we call it? Thank you so much for staying with me. And I look forward to speaking with you again soon. I hope you are enjoying spring, that you have had a fantastic week, and wishing you a wonderful week ahead. God bless, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Bye.